Hey folks, Brian Wiggins here. Jiu-Jitsu black belt and professional grappler. Technically, yes, technically I am a professional grappler. BJJ coach. And you know what? I was looking through some of my old files, trying to figure out how to best goose the analytics, get people to follow me, because I am hollow inside and require outside validation. But while doing that, I actually found a video on my YouTube channel here that is posted in 2022, so 3 years ago. And I thought, you know, why don't we take a look? Why don't I take a look and see how much I've learned over the course of the last 3 years of really starting to get serious about jiu-jitsu as far as my training goes and whatnot. And I thought, you know, let me take a look and see if I've gotten any better or whatever. So here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so right away, I'm going to say not a really good range of motion. I could get down another 2 inches on there, an extra 2 inches. So not great. I got the cross grip there. That's fine. I got 25, 35, 45, 110, doing 165-ish, I guess, on that bar. I mean, so yeah, I mean, right away. So I'm going to take a look at this, and it's going to be, first of all, I'm not getting the full depth. I should be letting that touch the ground. I've got good eccentric control. That's good. I'm not just dropping the weights around. I am definitely doing a lot more weight now. So whether it's just because my form's gotten better, I've just trained it more, who knows. Definitely VersaGrips, big deal. I've started using VersaGrips when I'm doing my deadlifts, so that way the grip is no longer the limiting factor. Now it's going to be everything else. The other big change I've made over the course of the last year is I've switched over to a deficit deadlift. So now I stand on top of like a 45-pound plate and do a deficit deadlift. So now I'm actually, not only am I getting it down to where like foot level, where my, you know, getting it that low, I can actually get it an extra 2 inches, an extra 2 inches deeper on that stretch, get a further range of motion. Yeah, so I'm not bad. I could be doing a lot better. So, all right, let's see. What do we have next here? No, okay. Terrible range of motion on that. I should be getting ass to grass, getting all the way down to the mat. I am not doing a great squat right here. I'm doing like a half squat. I don't even know if I'm getting the competition depth on this. No, I might break it back up here, getting the competition depth. I don't even know. I'm not even getting to 90 degrees with that. This partially could be that at this time, before I got educated, I was under the widely accepted myth that having my knees go over my toes would be really bad for my knees. My knees would just explode, which we now know is patently untrue and is actually really good for you. It's really, really good for the full range of motion. I'm not getting a good full range of motion there. Definitely not at my full working weight. The other thing you could take away from this is I'm doing deadlifts and squats, and deadlifts and squats definitely both hit the quads quite a bit. So probably a little redundancy there. Also nowhere near for either of these so far. I am nowhere near failure on any of these. I've got, I don't know, like another 8 to 10 reps in reserve on both of these. So definitely not getting the most out of this lift, out of either one of these. Yeah, I've also learned I hate squats. I just don't like squats that much. I would much rather do deadlifts, but every now and again I'll throw them in now. So barbell squats aren't even a part of my routine really, but if they are, when I do them, I'm going ass to grass with all of that. So plate rows, not bad. This is actually not a bad activity, and you can see the weights, the plates that I'm using there they actually have cutouts in them, so I can get a really good grip on them. So I don't know why I wasn't using the barbell. Maybe I was supersetting something, I don't know. But so having having a strong grip is going to be really important for really being able to get the most out of any lift. Anytime we have instability, that's going to be bad, but also if the grip is the limiting factor, we can end up dropping those weights before we're able to really pull as much as we need to for full range of motion. Pretty good range of motion on that. I could go deeper. I could definitely go deeper into that stretch, let that come out, get more range of motion on it. Yeah, I could be doing a lot. I could still be doing better. This one's not bad. The upright row, not a bad activity for jiu-jitsu. There is going to be some motion like that. A row that's not going to hit the big lats in the back though. Maybe something of the upper lats. This is going to be mostly delts, delts and traps, which are fine. It's a fine exercise. Man, I'm also probably 10 pounds heavier here. I was probably, no, I might be about the same weight as I am now. This is before I put on about 10 pounds between this and the beginning of 2024, and then was able to drop it back down to about 162-ish. I think I have a lot more muscle now. I'm hoping we can do another DEXA scan this summer and I can see where I am compared to last year. But anyway, 4 sets of 8 reps. Okay, so far the rep numbers have been, the sets and reps have been fine. Aiming for that, I'm aiming for 5 to 10 reps so we can have repeat power. I would say the big thing is not enough weight. I'm not doing enough weight to really challenge myself. And again, I would probably find a better exercise, a better movement to maximize my jiu-jitsu. So let's see here. So kettlebell press, 3 sets of 10 reps. And I'm guessing that's probably, I don't know, I can't even quite see, 10 kilograms, maybe 15 kilograms. Man, that just makes me look fat right there. Oh well. So 3 sets of 10, we're fine there. Overhead presses, there's better exercises that I could do. Not a lot of movements in jiu-jitsu are going to require me to gorilla press somebody over my head. I mean, dear God, can you imagine that? If I was like, doing like fury grappling and just ultimate warrior that did, that would be incredible. I mean, match over, right? I mean, you just win on general principle in that point. But generally speaking, there's not a lot of motions that are going to require me to push directly over my head with a lot of force, with a lot of weight. So from that perspective, not a great exercise selection on my part. You could also, listen, if I'm just trying to build up my delts, a lat raise is going to do a lot better than an overhead press, just for the range of motion and everything. So yeah, it's okay. I'm doing okay here. 3 sets, dumbbell hold. All right, so right here, this is going to be an example of my own ignorance with everything else I'm doing here. 4 sets of 30 seconds. Isometrics, for the sake of building power and building muscle, are at the absolute bottom of everything we should be doing. Research is showing right now that we really don't get very much at all from isometric holds like this in terms of building muscle, building strength, building power. I didn't know. I was probably reading Men's Health or something like that, one of the magazines that has all of the exercises. I mean, for how long was it that planks were the thing to build abs? Well, it turns out that if you really want 6-pack abs, what you have to do is lose weight. You got to have lower fat. That's how you get 6-pack abs. So, I mean, it's a show of strength, sure, if you can hold out probably 10, 15 pounds, I can't really see. So, and it's not an easy exercise to do. Those aren't really big muscles for holding it straight out, but isometrics, really not great at all. Again, I'm not quite sure why I thought this was going to be a good idea. This is not going to help me in jiu-jitsu that much. I'm doing a lot of shoulder work right here. I think I've hit 3 delt exercises so far. No pressing exercises yet. That's a big part that's missing. Farmer's walk. Okay, 4 sets of 100 feet. Yeah. Farmer's walks. I'm doing it with 45s, it looks like. Let's see, 45s, maybe 35s, I can't quite see. Not great. This is not a great activity. Why? Okay, I got good grips. I'm not really gripping it all the way, so maybe I was thinking I was training my grips themselves. Farmer's walks, if you're doing like a strongman competition where the activity is actually gonna be walking with weight in your hands, then I could see, but in that case, maybe even doing like a Zercher hold with something and trying to walk would be more closely approximate what I needed for something, a sports-specific movement. This here, again, 1.1 grips. My grips are gonna fail before my quads do. My grips are gonna fail before just about anything else that would be exercised by a farmer's walk would fail. So if I was gonna find any benefit to this, I need much heavier weight, probably wanna use Versa grips to really get a good hold on everything. Yeah, not really, again, now that I know what I know, there's not, if I'm trying to build up that power of having weight and moving with that weight, squats to full depth, deficit deadlifts are going to be way better. Using a medicine ball or some kind of weighted ball to do plyometrics, box jumps, there's a lot of other exercise I could select here that would be a lot better than my farmer's walk that I'm doing here. So. Solo armbar, 25 reps. Okay. Not a bad exercise. You're gonna get some good core activation here. Core activation, it's so bad. I'm gonna get some work out of my abdomen. I'm gonna be able to work my abs here. I am drilling a basic exercise for jujitsu, so this is actually good on that front. With the twisting that I'm getting for throwing up that arm bar, I'm getting a little bit of the obliques going there. Maybe some of the muscles that are helping my spine rotate. So there's some going on there. The throwing up, the plyometric movement is going to be good for explosive power in my anterior chain. So this one's pretty good. I'd probably want to do more than 25 reps though. I'd probably want to do more sets of this. And I'm trying to think if there would be a way to really weight that and really have that be able to be explosive with weights. I don't know, maybe ankle weights. I don't know, I'd have to think about that. So not a bad selection. I was doing okay here. I wasn't completely awful about that. Overall, if I'm gonna rate this, I should rate myself on this. This seems really egotistical, doesn't it? I'm gonna rate myself and see how well I did. I'll rate myself as saying I did doing as best as I can, giving the ignorance and lack of information that I had at the time, out of 10. Knowing what I know now, going for the right rep range, heavier weights, full range of motion, concentrating on anterior, posterior chain, upper body push-pull, targeting the muscles better. I've definitely learned a lot that's made my gym workouts, lifting weights being a lot more effective, and definitely advanced my jiu-jitsu on that front. So yeah, well, tell you what, if you would like me to do more reviews like this, maybe you have a video you'd like me to review, go ahead and send it to me. Put it down in the comments there. If you like this, please feed the algorithm with a like, a share, a subscribe, follow me on Instagram. And yeah, train smart, roll hard. I'll see you next time.